Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Um, my name is Audrey Butlett-Swenson, and I am the liaison librarian to the College of Technology and Management. So today we're going to go over some of the resources that are available to students in the library and resources that are available to faculty. Hopefully everybody can see my screen okay. If there are any questions along the way, feel free to put them in the questions box and I will address them while we go along. If they're a little bit more specific, I might address them at the end, or I might email you directly after the webinar has ended. If you have, if you're attending, or even if you haven't been able to attend, a copy of this webinar will be sent to you after about 24 hours to your email address, whatever you use to register. So if you would like to re-review this at another time, you're more than welcome to do that. So today we're going to start by going through some of the resources on the library website, some things that you might want to refer your students to, or maybe some clarification about what we have in our collections. So to start, I do want to point out that your students can contact us through Ask a Librarian. And this is important because they have a few different ways to reach out to us. They can either email us, and they can email us directly to at library@mail.waldenu.edu, or they can do the email form here. The chat option, the days and times available. They can call us, although that's a voicemail, and then we respond to students via email. And then if you're part of the doctoral program, or if you teach for a doctoral program, doctoral students can make appointments with the librarians for research assistance. So if you feel like your student's having a hard time, evaluating resources or trying to find, articles on their topic, or maybe they're just not clear about what databases to use and you think they need a little bit more help, I would refer them here. And if they don't see a date or time that works here, they can always reach out to me specifically if they're, within, CMT. So I work with all the CMT students. So I work with, DBA, DIT, and PhD management. So all they'd have to do is come in here and select the college, and then find a date and time on our appointment page. And we do have a little bit of clarification down here what the library does not help with. And in this case, writing APA, Grammarly, that'll be a writing support question. And then your basic kind of tech help, which would be student support. So we try to provide as many options as possible, at least help-wise. There's also a Get Help section, which is similar. They have the option to go look at our technical help page, which is kind of more of a quick, if the library is not open and nobody can respond via email, when to do troubleshooting on your own for library materials, or if it really needs to go to student support. So we also have this page as well. I want to clarify what this main search bar is. I think students get confused with it every once in a while, and so if there's any questions about it, you can always refer to them to the library. But for now, I just want to explain what this is. So this main search bar searches our federated search database called Thoreau. It's just going to help them find content in our databases, regardless of what database it's in. I'd say it does like a 60 to 70% job of reviewing all of our databases completely. It's going to miss out on a few just because of vendor squabbles. They don't like to play friendly. So the other option here they have is search everything, and this is what makes our search interface on our webpage, or our website, just a little bit different than maybe Writing Center or the CRQ or whatever have you, with another quick answers option. The answers are the same, but the display will be a little bit different. So if they needed help with peer review, or even if you want to be able to help a student find something and maybe it's off hours, so you need to send them something, you can do this for anything that's not in the library too. If it's, Writing Center question, financial aid, what have you, quick answers for those topics would fall in the middle. Library help and website content will be on the left-hand side, and our Thoreau multi-database search. So any results in our databases regarding that topic will pop up on the right-hand side. So that's why that looks a little bit different than what you might see on the other websites. The next step I want to point out is our subject home pages. These might look a little bit different than they did about 6 months ago. Maybe you've seen them if you've taught at residency. If not, basically what they are, they're just a main guide for students in specific programs to have a place to start. So it's not like, it doesn't cover every single topic, but it does give them an avenue of databases to start with, other databases that might be of interest, and how to look up journals by topic. There's more at the bottom here, but of course these databases are open to faculty research needs as well. I think they should be open as far as username and password is the same thing that you're going to use to log into O365. If you have any troubles getting to the databases, reach out to Frontline because they actually control the username password login information. So they'll be able to assist you with that. And if you don't remember that piece later on, just email the library and we'll remind you of who to reach out to. The other contacts or the other resources that I have linked here are very, I would say, more common questions we see in our queue as far as answering reference questions and for appointment information or appointment questions that I get from doctoral students. And they're not going to be in-depth instruction content. Mostly they're links and information to go out to another guide that does provide that comprehensive help that they're going to need. So you can always refer them back to this page because it's kind of all in one spot. The rest of our content is kind of more broken apart by resources. So if you would like to see everything we have as far as our collections, we have all of our databases linked here in databases A to Z. It says 178 databases found, but what that means, so we have a lot of subscription databases, but we also have a lot of open resource links here, signified by this unlocked lock logo. So ARP obviously is not one of our subscription databases, but it is linked here for your convenience. You'll see a lot of those options here. The ones that are going to be more, they're going to be subscription databases are a little easier to see by this the mortar and pestle. Some of them don't have anything, but these are like the business plan handbook isn't going to be journal articles. That's a totally different kind of resource, which is why this is not next to it. This is here to tell you if the database has peer-reviewed material, non-peer-reviewed material, or either one of those. In this case, this one's orange. Business Source Complete is actually, falls under College of Management and Technology. More often than not, students are going to spend some time in that database, and if you're conducting research, you will as too. So the orange means that this particular database has some peer-reviewed content, unlike this the blue or green one, which means peer-reviewed only. So if you're curious about what kind of content each one of these databases has, check out that logo and it'll let you know. So those are databases. If you would like to review our journals, you're more than welcome to do that through our journals page. If you're looking for a specific title, you can do that here. If you're looking for newspapers and magazines, you can search through our tab here. We do have a short video here if you want somebody to walk you through the whole process. And if you'd like to browse by topic or learn more about finding journals by topic, we have links there. I'll go ahead and open this one though. So everything's indexed by these overarching topics. So if you want to sift through our journal collections by title based on a particular topic, you're more than welcome to do that. So in our business and management, there's about 6,225 results, and you can scroll through here to find something that might be of interest to you. If you want to limit it down to peer-reviewed journals, you certainly can. That limits your results by quite a bit. So it's up to you how you want to review our journal collections. If you have questions about that, you can always reach out to me directly. I'm happy to work with you on that. And we also have some information about setting up journal alerts and search alerts. All right, we do have ebook collections. I'm not going to dig into that too much. If you have questions, again, you can always reach out to the library. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have about that. One other thing that I point out, and I just bring this up for maybe newer faculty, but a lot of the readings in your classroom they're gonna note that they come from the library databases. We've already pre-linked them in our course guides. So if you're teaching, we'll just use DDBA as an option here. One of these courses, if you click on the course code or the course title, it'll have all the readings pre-linked here for students and for yourself. So there is actually also assignment assistance in here. If your assignment for your course has research-specific needs. So there might be some here too for the Writing Center if there's like an annotated bibliography assignment or something that requires more APA assistance. So these assignment guides on the left-hand side will either be the Writing Center or the library. Great. And then the next page I'm going to take you to is our library skills page. You'll see our upcoming webinars, recorded webinars. Those are student-facing. If you want to refer your students to any of those, you're more than welcome to. The next place I'm going to take you to, though, is the library skills guide. So we've broken this apart by things that are going to be specific to research assistance. So looking at Google Scholar, looking for full text articles, or evaluating resources. They're able to come in here and review that content. So if they wanted to learn more about tested measures, which databases to use, what kind of tests are out there, they can review this content whenever they'd like. If they need technical assistance, that's here as well. If they want to do this by topic, so if they're looking under education or business and management in this case, they can come and look at guides that would provide content that's a little bit more specific to that program. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more thing in the library that I think is going to be useful for you if you're doing research. So we're not going to have everything in full text available to you. That's just the nature of the beast. We just, as much as we'd like to have access to everything, that's just not how it goes. So if you are unable to find full text of an article, you can always reach out to the library and ask, but you know, I trust that you are able to find or see if we have full text. If we don't have it, you're going to go to our document delivery service, and we're able to get the PDF for you. Most articles, chapters of books. We just can't get whole books just because of the copyright issues that come along with that. So from here, you'll sign into DDS, provide us with your information, and we're able to get the article back to you. If you run into any issues, just email the library. It might require an extra step since you're faculty, but we would be happy to help you with any of that. So just keep that in mind. The other thing I have open here is the Center for Faculty Excellence. So this probably looks very, very familiar. But I wanted to point out that there is actually a library faculty page, or library research faculty page through the CFE website. So if you go to Site Index and then to Faculty Library, the main headers of this section of the website are listed here. So I'm going to open up a few of them. One's the College of Management Technology, since that's specific to our college, the actual main page, and I think I wanted to open this third one for research and publication. So I've gone through and made a comprehensive guide for content that might be useful for you as part of the College of Management Technology. I do offer research assistance, but this page is mainly like what's going on with the publication business, like how do I publish, what's going on with journal rankings, more information about journal rankings, different databases that might be having calls for paper, and information about identifying and avoiding predatory journals. So, but I do want to provide the option for research assistance. So I've helped faculty develop or get articles for their classroom if they're updating the class. And then for their own research, some faculty have reached out to me so I can help them build a bibliography, look through results and some citations for them to review and see if that's something that they want to use. So if that's up your alley, you're always welcome to reach out to me. The link's right here. It just provides you with my email address, and I'm happy to help you with that. The next section is journals in the library. kind of have this broken apart by things that might be of interest. And this falls under, business management, IS, and then a little bit about locating journals, kind of what we did previously in the library. So some of these are going to look familiar. I've put them in the CFE library page just to make it easier for you to have all this information in one spot. The databases are going to be basically the same. And some of these I've created basically RSS feeds for you to review, and they should update with the newest content related to the search terms that I put in here. And they do have to do with, most of them have to do with business education or business distance education. And then I also have IITIS similar content down here. Maybe just some resources that might be of interest, including Harvard Business Review or the MIT Technology Review. So there's also a few business and management organizations. If there are any that you'd like me to add to this list, please do reach out to me. I'm happy to create a more comprehensive list for faculty to review, but it really is just a starting point. So that is the faculty CMT page that I've created. If there's anything that you'd like to see added to this particular page or changed or updated, my email address is right on the front of that main page, and you can reach out to me directly. Okay, so here's the main page of the faculty library. You can still get to the content we were at through research and publication. And let's go ahead and click on that. And that's actually the same as this page. So I'm going to move on to this other section here. So we have Scholarworks. If you're unfamiliar with it, I'm going to go ahead and open this link. This gives you a little bit of information about Scholarworks and what it can do or what it does. So it's an open repository for Walden. It has dissertations, doc studies, and then publications from our journals and from content from faculty. So if you have questions about providing something that you've published through Scholarworks, you can reach out to, you can go to their website and review their content. I'm going to head back to this other page. So here's a link here for contributing to the repository if you're interested. Gives you a little bit more information. And then how to submit. So there's step-by-step information right there if you're interested. And then what was the other section I wanted? Okay, here we go. The Library Guide to Academic Publishing. This is pretty comprehensive. So what we've done, and this is actually student-facing on the library website, but a lot of this is of interest, especially if you're trying to publish in a journal. Going through the process of identifying publishers, what journals should I use, how do I look for them? Again, kind of finding back to making sure you're avoiding predatory journals. If you ever want assistance with that, the library and me specifically would be happy to help you. Considerations for submission, journal metrics. I think we are working on hopefully getting another database that provides a little bit more metrics for, how many articles a journal publishes, or how popular it is, or how reliable it is. But we do have, some information here about, trying to be objective and looking through that material. So then also looking at journal rankings, so what kind of metrics are out there. Google Scholar's one of them, but there are a few out there that might be of interest, and this guide provides you with more content on that topic. So let's head on back to the academic guides page. Scholarworks is there. And then the promoting and tracking, and I'll go ahead and open that up, just to provide you with a few other options that are out there as far as promoting and tracking your content. If creating a an author ID, an ORCID, or any of these other other sites, and promoting the research that you're doing. And then I believe some of this comes through the IRB. Oh yeah, so Center for Research Quality is what I meant. So some of this is available through the CRQ, but some of this has just been shared via some of the content they have so that it's in more than one spot. So I'm just going to check and see if I have any questions coming in. Hopefully I haven't grazed over them. Excellent. Okay, well, since I don't see any other questions coming in, I will head back to, hopefully I didn't lose my place here. the library homepage. And just remember that, if you're not sure, if you don't know, if you can't remember my email address or further down the road, you can always email the queue, the reference queue here, and we'll redirect you to, probably to me, which is fine. But if I'm out of the office or something, somebody else might be able to help you with whatever you're looking for. But yeah, so we have a lot of different resources in the library, and we're more than happy to work with you on any research needs you have or any questions you have about our resources, or even if you want to refer a student to some of our assistants. So some of the options that we do as far as student assistance, so I have been embedded in classrooms where I visit for a week and provide content for students in the discussion section and answer questions. I've done library labs that were specific to maybe an assignment or something that this instructor needed more specific assistance with for students. I've created course guides, and I've created instruction via our website that faculty could share that provided links to something more specific to what those students needed. And I've also done advising where faculty will just create an open environment where there's a few students on the line, and they can ask me whatever they'd like to ask, and it's just an open environment for them to ask questions that they need help with. So hopefully some of this was new. If you have any questions about this content, do feel free to reach out to me directly. My email is attached to this webinar. Otherwise, again, you'll see it on the CFE page here under the library's College of Management Technology page. So thank you so much for attending today. I look forward to working with you in the future, and I hope you have a great afternoon.